Today na the 12th day of April 2023. 74 more days to election. A lot of things they happen. We dey Sunday they we hear you think say let's talk about Amba. In Sierra Leone, could we say it's a custom or a tradition? Say when you come out now the city, you go now the provinces, or if you're not a stranger, no matter if you come out. If you're not a stranger, you go now the provinces. The people in the provinces can make you feel appreciated. Wait oh. What I say not they hear me? Salmata and Jai. You say not they hear me? You say not they hear me? Ona they hear me? Musulami say why then the only show one candidate. Musulami na first and this for Kaya. Well, since now you first time for Kaya, because maybe if you don't Kaya before you go now they do things, I'll make you relax, and able for see how they do things now. But this is not sweet self. Salmata say, you know they hear me. But the answer. Salmata left. I manage no say, you know they hear you. Say, yeah, I can't hear you. I know they hear you, but they answer the question we ask. Now the volume not high for you, then turn it up. Okay, let's continue. I mean, they ask a question. For say, is it a custom or a tradition? Na salon say, when you go to the provinces, they must give you gifts. They must give you gifts. Samantha say the volume below. Okay. Thank you. Don't correct her now. Turn it up. So if person give you gift, what thing you thought about that person they in gift? You go friend person, he give you gift. What thing you thought about the person? For say na like you. For say the thing we give you get am boku na make you give you am. What in your own thoughts? In this context, I talk about the provinces. What's in your own thoughts? You know why I ask this question? Because Yusuf Keketoma the other day, he began a Star TV. And a question was asked. Say what to? Now President Biose in second term na agriculture one put pa. For say na because he feel to say he don't fail. Pa agriculture inside in first term. Now make now he want for use them for campaign for second term. Pa yon submission, Yusuf Keketoma say, he say the people where they upline rest not to them problem. What he make he say rest not to them problem? He say because where President Bio can go up na the provinces, people they take beaucoup rest they can give. So because of that, reste notre d'un problème. Process dans les forces bas. Process en force. Ezekiel say in your case, more takers than givers. Well, Ezekiel, that's not me and you, sir. Eh? Moi, Moussa say, upline, for give gifts, is very common. Even with time hard for them, then go still do them. Because then they appreciate you where you come. Mineya to say, Mineya to bango say, na customer eating. But Musa say something cook for you just for appreciate you visit. Even the one where you no go faint, just because he say you don't come, he go send something for you. Even when no to you go to. So, Bokuman they say, even Memzo they say, it's a customary thing. So, if na customary thing for give gifts, Obaka say, he say na culture. But this customary thing, na Yusuf Keketoma now they say, the people that were they applying, they no get yes problem. Eh? What did they say? He said you they feel loved and appreciated. I'm going to say thank you for the stars, sir. You think say Keketoma they missed the point? Eh? For say where they give the rest. He say because then they give the president beaucoup bag of rice. They give them sacks of rice. And so you see. That means say the people then get some. That means then they give it. Because we not get some, you know they give. So that means to say they don't get yes problem. Free tone and then get yes problem. Ganoba, thank you for the stars. Do you say if I agree with that? Because you know they give something you not get. Abdul, thank you for the stars. Omar in Minneapolis, they say it's take a village attitude. Ezekiel, they say, he just blind to the hardship of the people in the go through now the country. If a press secretary to the president, they tell we say, the people more than at the provinces not get less problem. Because your president go fend them, then they get rest. Then imagine the conversation we then can get. I left the one in there. Na free tongue, na den there la. Look, we just come on at this village. I must rest the no give. They don't know grill okay camera logo ask 10 people and they. If you be saying now because they no get rest problem, I made them give rest as gift. Minia to Bangura, thank you for the stars. Eh? Maybe you know see two cypress should go to us fall. What can you say go give you back? There, let me say feel relevant by this visit. Eh? Alright. Ugo kanto Keketoma. Eh? We go cancel them. But you know, say right now, flour don't shorten na tongue. Flour don't shorten na tongue. You know that? Mabinti Awa say, he said AAA, tell a let them produce rice for the people that they free tongue. Until they think, say, the one in the provinces, they not get rice problem. The rest of the plant up line, it can just last for a month or two. What Musa they say. He says himself and family, they do farming. And now just for a month or two, they can get the rest after harvest. Alright. Kamara Abubakar, they say, this is the example. To all the one they upline. It's on a left forgive to them politician then. Because now they forgive we. Now they provide for we. Now I make who they vote for them. Okay. First month day right now. Flour and go use and make cake. Bread. Now the rest cake now. The pancake now. Whatever. Now flour then go use. So the demand for flour don't go up. The bakerman themselves don't short in the hand pan the bread. What they ask, they say because flour no dey. Sheikh Usman Soireen, they say baby na sign, then they try for tell the government say they need for improve on the agriculture sector for them at the villages then. Okay. Mata Kuroma say brother they do farming, but that didn't they last for the year. Alusan they say, well, if the people them now the provinces them then get beaucoup rest, like how Keketoma they claim. Why then they buy rice? 600 to 700,000. Baf full about say Tendail, then say for the past 7 days bread no did. Elle le canon jaloteris then go meet bread. The other day, this same Keketoma, I mean they tell you about can't get away strike. Now tell we back say, or not to line for rice, for flour. He compare the prices of flour to Nigeria and Ghana. I don't know if you remember that one day, Naya. We talk Naya. He do that comparison day. Starcall they say in things na the type of rice. And the rice na the native rice or na the country rice. Yes, Moka must have don't remember which are the talk now. Wait tell you about that flour. Man in Minneapolis they say, he said this just they tell you about the mindset of people. He said because it's like say Keketoma they think one kind way. Say now we get boku. Now if for able share. He said now that way they see him, that one day na bad concept. You don't need to forget boku before you go share. Keketoma say Salon get the cheapest flour. And even mention Nigeria and Ghana la help you. Wokarama. He say don't talk about rest now. Let the rest price not go back. Meaning to say in the salon this past Christmas. Yeah, his siblings there. Then go outside the mama and papa come on at the village and then begin them beaucoup gift when things say it's just customary. Well, enter PC. I want to pay attention here. Because there was something will be the follow share network. But it not begin for happen. We started the interview, but along the line, the people let me get for backup. That's the other thing we when people like say, investigative journalism, this alone. The same people them they cry, are the same people them go tell you say no law left no more. Alajiba say, he talked to him brother today, and he confirm say, brother them they sell 5,000 inside November, December. Now they sell them for 15,000. Walk in this salon, they buy that 6 bread in that packet. I like that bread in a shell company. I be 5,000. I think say this last year we're gonna 6,000, and say right now na 13,000. They on a 8 na 15,000. So I don't know even that bread allergy they talk. And we see don't reach that price they so. For let go can down back. Ha! Couche. Yeah. We dey follow this news. PC and Sons na them be dey behind this. Na be Colboya. Na they will be get a tip say PC and Sons they work with authorities. They're a business then they do. I have no problem with them being business. But na the monopoly where certain products them na the normal for sale na the country. Now that one day will be the try for on art. And coming to say the one they call ketchup, mayonnaise, and tomato paste. The paste. How they call themselves? Tamatis. How they call that tamatis there? Tamatis. Okay, you know it's how they talk, but tomato paste. Yeah. Anybody will go pull a guinea cam. Then they can't arrest them. Because they say not only PC and Sons and therefore be the only supplier inside the country. The same people them now they can catch you. Day one, tin tamatis. Tomato paste, yeah. Tin tamatis. Day one, we went there, we started the interview. Then we would begin go around. The two will go. The one that will be scheduled for interview, then say they need to talk again. Then say because the word go, say that they can't try for interview for fair not. Then promise them, so can albalau. If we didn't talk. But now they market and then they arrest and they confiscate. If person not there for talk, we go continue. No. But why make an entity for be the only person where for carry it such produce in the country? Who's kind open trade than they also get? Maybe it don't change now. But back then, now so it be. It don't change. But wait, I can't play, make you listen 98.1. Then talk to brother so na PC and Sons. I only pay attention to what they talk about this flower. Pay keen attention. Eh? Let we go. Mr. Shaw na PC and Sons, yeah? Let we listen them. This is not true radio democracy.
It's not the parent company. We get Julax manufacturing PC and Sons and Miller.
You dey hear, eh? PC and Sons and Miller. Eh? Listen. Now flower business we dey talk about now. We don't short in now tongue. After that, we count keke to my own.
Plastic.
Alright. We know CPC and Sons na a business sector, and this being we get a rumor say flour shorting in the country. On the side of PC and Sons, wanna get flour enough in the country?
We get flour at the moment, even though a limited supply.
PC and Sons say they get flour at the moment. Not of us say don't fail. But it in limited supply. I been the day, not so it right now. Okay.
For a number of reasons.
Yeah, okay. Why make not so it right now? For a number of reasons. Whose reasons they want then they?
We get a partnership agreement with Sonoco, Guinea.
Then get partnership. Then a PC and Sons so. Eh? PC and Sons then get partnership with Sonoco. We Sonoco yon na Guinea na indendi. Yeah?
We get one of the best mills in West Africa.
Well, we'll still wait for we own. Yes. It's in another day we ask the minister verse. A verse selling an answer. But they tell we say Sonoco now then gets one of the best meals na Africa. We won't be cree. Wait for the out a flour mill. Still wait. Still wait. Okay.
Ramadan we usually experience an increase in demand. So
inside Ramadan, that is true. Increase in demand.
And what will not be they expect that much now. Say all the competitors then go they out of stock for flour.
So una no say Ramadan, the demand can increase. But una competitors, that other people where they do flour business. If I understand you right. So other people they do flour business. Una no be no say then safe go they out of stock. Like how una safe they in limited supply. Okay.
So we get a limited stock with the ration at the markets.
Then they ration them. If you get one, when I go get half. Then I rationing. If I get 5, well something, then go give you 2 rationing. So that all man go able to get.
They release about 2,000 bags every day.
So now 2,000 bags every day. Now PC and Sons say then they release. How much sooner blunt release so?
The normal consumption of Sierra Leone is between 4,000, around 4,000 bags a day.
So when in normal, now 4,000 bags a day. When in normal. So the long quarter half. Now 2,000 bags a day. This type of PC and Sons normal. Yeah? 2,000 bags, 4,000. So other 2,000. Anyway, okay.
So at the moment, we only able to release for 2,000 bags, 1,000 for Freetown area and the Western Urban, and also the remaining 1,000 around the country.
So Freetown no more. Freetown will not get better population. Then they get 1,000 bag. Then the remaining places then around the country, then say we get 1,000 bag. But Freetown no boku. Why would they give them 1,000 bag? Then they make pap for the picking. But I saw continue.
In the provinces, bread consumption they increase, akara, pancake, and all these products that people then they use not just for breakfast but for eating in the morning, which we can call sukoli, for get ready for fast the next day.
You know, yeah. Why the increase for make the akara, the pancake, all thing?
So there's an increase in the demand. We anticipate that increase, but what will not be prepared for now for even with other competitors and customers for the demand with flour.
Una be no say go happen, but una be talk to una competitors then. Or una know they talk, una know they speak the same language. Hey. Alright. Okay, there we go.
So even though we get enough for the market share will be occupied, now we get for meet the demands of the other market share that we'll be happy for do.
Una say una get enough for una. But una say na be 4,000. If una get enough, why una no dey give the 4,000? Instead na una dey ration. Bruh. But I know the. Yes, una do na own part. Una competitors they not get alright, but una do na own part. If una get enough, like you said, una not for ration. 4,000 or 4,000. No cut 4,000 to 2,000. They say una get enough. No, the. No, continue.
And but we get an assurance from Saturday, and this week we collect the second round of flour. We they send 30 trucks in Guinea to the Sonoko plants, Molin Afrique.
So PC and Son say, then they send 30 trucks in Guinea to the Sonoko plant, the flour mill, for go cow its flour. Keketoma say the people in Guinea, they like we rest na salon, pass we safe. Where the guy talk. Yes. He said the one Guinean there, they like we rest pass we. So who like the flower pass there? Now better system. Who they send 30 trucks, yes?
And plants na sulfonia. We 700 bags each truck they take, so we go get about 21,000 bags. And we send the trucks then back to back. So within 4 weeks, we will do 6 collections. We go there around close to 190,000 bags of flour.
So 4 weeks, 6 collection, like 190,000 bags of flour. So that 4,000 day, then a Saturday. But for now, we'll get for the dragon first.
The supply of quantities in the market is very, very critical for stabilized price. For PC and Sons, this is very important for we because we price ourselves, we value ourselves for provide affordable prices, especially for essential commodities.
Affordable prices for essential commodities. PC and Sons say they take pride in that.
We also do rice, we get the paddy oil, we get sugar. So they're essential commodities there. We always want price at affordable levels. So this is very important for us. So for Monday next week, we gave the assurances supply will increase significantly.
Just now say again enough. Now we say from Monday next week, then go increase supply. Because now na 2,000 in the give instead of 4,000. Okay.
across the country.
All right. Business people now really listen you if they want, maybe forget access to this flour, how then go get them?
We don't take a decision over the past week for reduce the amount of flour we give to businesses directly.
So businesses directly, they don't reduce. But if you be they give 4,000, now na 2,000. Of course, everybody get for feeling own. So even the businesses themselves they feel them. Because the quota where them lands get, not to then they get again. Now flour would they talk about to Nasalone?
Wholesalers, because we get reports these were the people really increase the prices. We need businesses because when the flour book on the market, they're the ones where they buy bulk.
You hear what he say? He said they reduce forget the business people, because then we get report say now then they increase price. When demand is higher than supply, it affects the price. Demand and supply. Anything safe. If demand beaucoup, the one they want some beaucoup, pass the one way day. My dear, trust me, the price will be affected. So this concept where PC and Sons they say, now because they say the people where they sell the flour, the business people they increase the price, they make they left for supply them. Bruh. This table where would they lay something I make some people they not like we. As if not to talk but trust me, I the talker. Now so they pick and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now you can explain what you mean by that. Now you go explain. But demand and supply. And you say, because no, una no get some force. So that's not even the reason why una no they give the business people enough. The reason is una no get enough. Now you make una they can send 7 truck go na Guinea for go take flour come. Okay.
Will they give you the cash flow for change into foreign exchange? We're not easy forget for go get the flour from.
Now again, foreign exchange don't come inside for go get the flour. Yeah. Foreign exchange don't come inside back.
Guinea. But we don't make the decision for reduce the amount we they supply to businesses. Instead, focus on the bakers.
Okay. So, PC and Sons say that they give less to the business people don't they want to sell directly to the baker man them. I want to kick but thank you for the stars. Okay. Una sell directly to the baker man them. And also una get stores them around. Okay.
Because we always want to put the salon people in first.
Put salon first. Then say now the salon people and they want put first. So now thank you.
The price of bread no increase, but more important, let bread no scarce.
Let the price of bread no increase. That one they don't increase already, sir. Yes, then they don't increase done. He say, but more especially, let bread no scarce. I about to kick about thank you for the stars. Let it go.
And let people they are still able to make their akara and pancake them. So what we try for doing now for identify bakers hot points. We na the Bakers Association and self-nominates them people they are right across the country.
Listen, how them try to fix this flour problem.
As we talk so now, I finished a meeting with the Bakers Association at Calbatam called by Imam Saidu Jalo, and all the other representatives across the country were there. So waiting, we don't decide now. We they supply directly to the nominated baker people, the representatives there.
Even them baker now they supply to. My dear, as long as they self no say the demand and supply get issue, then self go continue for reduce the hand by the bread and increase the price. Yeah. As long as they know. Eh? Okay. Well, Musa, you hear I say they get competitors. So, like if I say no to them one, but if you look inside it, you know you're hearing from me. Lord.
Then the union, the association, they give coupon tickets for go collect flour. So they sell 1-2 bags.
The union, they give coupon tickets. So then they sell 1-2 bags. Not so it happened before. So guess what? It don't show say scarcity day. Why make them cow this kind of a scheme? So because of that, the price will be affected. The always scarcity, not the deceive. Salomon, as soon as they say first month donka, they're ready for his price. Before I say now, they can get legitimate reason. Make it look like a for say, price for go up.
We're enough for every bakery for bake the bread for the people they need.
Right. As you say, people get a bit for increase the price of flour. So basically, almost they're supposed for sell flour or almost percent sons to sell the flour for per a bag.
We they sell wholesale 750,000.
750,000. But it's in a wholesale. Wholesale. Then the person they can buy for go sell back. And
For retail, we they sell at 800,000.
so the businessman per each bag they get 50,000. But don't forget to transport the inside it. Transport the inside it. So it depends how much he sell or how much he spend by the transport. But then they sell 800,000 to retailer. But the business person, then they sell 750. Okay.
Currently, we don't want anybody for sell the flour for only 800,000. Price control is very difficult, very challenging.
They don't want people for sell them more than 800,000. The retailers then. They say, but price control, then they not news for we. Very challenging price control, which is true.
So we will get issues the way so few bakers the way they buy, we can supply them 5 bags, they go sell 3 bags, then use the 2 bags for bake the bread. So now make they reduce sales now from the baking the baker's hot points to the baker there at 2 bag or 1 bag.
Okay. Then tell you first say they reduce. Hey, Papa God. Eh? He say they reduce for the business people them because they say the business people and they hike the price. He commode. Now we say even the baker man they within the supply. Now only 2 bag or 1 bag now they sell give baker man. Because then he back say when they sell give 5 bag to baker man, if they go sell the 3 bag, they use the 2 bag bake. You they understand all waiting in the talk? Eh? You get it? Eh? Now I just want to know if you get it. But Musa will don't start. To Musa will now. Okay.
We also get issues and reports of people where they go buy the flour in Guinea.
Listen now. They get issues or they get reports for people where they go buy the flour in Guinea. Yes.
And cancel and Sierra Leone.
And cancel and a saloon. So, you go on for ask, what's in the problem, Pandandi? When I get reports, say people and go buy flour, can't sell. Not to buy and sell. Eh? Problem for Didi. I give a scenario now, just no. But anyway, let's listen what you get for say about that.
In that instance, they will report and state away to Sunuku.
In that instance, he said then go report to Sunuku say, people in there where they go buy flour and Guinea can't sell in a saloon. How you call that? So, PC and Sons then for be the sole, the only people where they go buy the flour like Guinea and Cowtam. Nobody else not for doing. Eh? Now sole distributor. So that they no more get the right for buy that particular flour day. Now so it be. Because they say they don't get reports, they don't go tell the company. So that people they can't sell the flour in a salon. Bole.
They track the labels of the bag and the code and try to address the situation over their track and to the shop then.
So then they track. Hey, the code where they put the bag. Say them find the shop them. Yeah, mo. Say them find the shop the way they sell her. Something you know I'm fine. Uncle so. Well, they let family back on ya. Tell we back ba. But this one na they say people and go buy the flour in Guinea, can sell in a salon.
Then they track the labels of the bag and the code and try to address the situation over their track and to the shop then. The difference in the bag then very clear. For the bags the way Sunuku they make for Sierra Leone for PC and Sons, na English writing in the bag then.
Then they not a problem. Una get una own. Una get una own English writing didi. Una sell una own English writing no. Hey, oh my God. Something they will me no sabi. Something I get nan. I they try for make. But you maybe you sabi pass me. Right.
Modern Africa. For the one they read now for the Guinea markets now French, now writes on the back then, so that's very clear. But because of the scarcity, you see say people and they try for go buy in Guinea, bring them to Gambia and sell, but we they try for address that situation there.
So if people because you say talk and say because of scarcity, people now don't see reason for count flour. Una so na they try to address the situation. What mean to say? They can't tell you for that ketchup, mayonnaise, tin tamatis, and the rest. Now they be in this flour back. So why in Sierra Leone These things will go just left and give one green business company. Why? No, seriously, why? So if me go now I say I want count flour, then go begin give me hard time. No, so because they think say when I will market this, and then they determine the price. The people and see say demand and supply not the meet up. Then self can sign up for do business. They go out and Guinea they come. Say then they go report to the company. Then go trace back this and that. Take to the shops them. When they go buy in Guinea, when they car with them, then they make more flour than at the market. You angry don't say they sell businessman because when I last say they increase price. So when I don't reduce it when they sell businessman there. You angry say the bakers them una be they give them 5 bag, una sell give them 5 bag. Now una 1 or 2 bag no more because una land say them be they go sell. No, now because una not get enough. So now una say back una don't you say people then go buy and Guinea cow time. Kadija left. Can you say the Guinean they like we rest? We self like them flour. Buy me, I buy you. Bet now they pass so. No so. Buy me, I buy you. Okay. Udea. Let's continue.
Waiting PC and Sons expect from baker them will get for benefit from the flour they want to come in with.
The bakers then for Ghana, the outpoints work with the associations them and make sure so they get the coupons then and for who collect and buy the flour, the 1 bag, 2 bag with them bakery they need.
So then on the salmon say the baker man them now 1 bag, 2 bag. Now they need. They don't determine done. Go get your coupon. You go buy 1 bag, 2 bag. You want more than that? Mba. You know they happen. You know they happen today. You know they happen tomorrow. Okay.
Assurance is the way we can give. 1, we will continue for supply flour at the market every day.
Then go continue for supply flour at the market every day. Now the quantity no more. Now you go get issue.
Secondly, even given the foreign exchange challenges that we face, we're still getting enough foreign exchange with the try, with the sacrifice other components of the business system, the rice and sugar and oil and other areas, for make sure say we get the amount of foreign exchange needed for pay for the supply of this flour for that it can continuously.
Foreign exchange don't kind of back.
Third point is from we start the partnership with Sunuku, going close to a year, this is not the first time this we don't ever get an issue with supply.
At least he talked to. Even though Kakoto mind me they talk politics the other day. This year, then get issue with flour supply.
And this is as a result of them, the ship where they expect the wheat for can wheat from Europe, it delayed by 2 to 3 weeks due to conditions beyond their control.
Okay. Ship delay 2 to 3 weeks. All right.
And also, Sunuku, they build a mill now, Wataki right now.
Hey. Sunuku, they build a mill now, Wataki right now. PC and Sons, and they tell we that. The bakery, where this administration promised we with the flour mill. The Minister of Information, where they ask her, vex. Now, though, he says Sunuku, where, according to PC and Sons, Mr. So said, they get one of the best meal na Africa, where they Guinea. Now then they build a mill. Now we own ports. Yes. Asunuku they can build Leone. And we port. Okay.
That's hence the partnership with PC and Sons.
Because PC and Sons want team up. Tkanga want the flower business.
So some of these problems all will be avoided very soon in the future.
Some of these problems will be avoided very soon in the future. So now so flower take turn other thing this first month. Eh? Thank you, Senator Tuye, for the stars. Now so flower take tomboy picking pawi. Sometimes you not be there, you don't know how to start. But there, you be there. We know how to start. You're for yourself, yeah?
How will you summarize the saying of His Excellency the President when he said that I will look deep into agriculture into my second inning? Is that an acknowledgement of failure in the agricultural sector?
Not really.
It is not.
No, because what
does that relative mean?
Okay. So this is a president who believes in food security. They will tell you that he's a master farmer because he believes he's passionate about agriculture. Now, for far too long, we have arable land, we have lots of the components, the baseline, for us to do big things in agriculture. So what president has been saying is that if we focus on agriculture, about diversifying our economy, because for far too long we depended on the mining sector. So for instance, earlier when I spoke to you about the mining communities now benefits more from the mining sector, from the CDA, from 0.01%, I spoke about Leone Rock, which gave 20 billion to the community which with their mining. Now, President is saying we cannot just rely on the mining sector. Let's also look at other sectors, and agriculture is one of those sectors. So what have we also done in agriculture? Now, we cannot continue on the subsistence farming of agriculture. So we've mechanized. So for instance, government on its own, we provided over 400 tractors and power tillers across this country. Then they established 15 machine rings across the country. And we make sure that we provided seed and fertilizers to about 12,000 farmers across this country. Now, many people may think that, okay, what have we got to show for it? So for instance, on our rice self-sufficiency performance alone, by 2019, we're about 45%. We've increased that to 2020 by 57%. So which basically means that we've grown more rice since we took office. But people will ask the question, but why is that we are still importing more rice? And the answer to that is that, one, it has to do with our preference. So essentially, people more prefer imported rice to our local domestic rice. So even though we are producing more rice, but it basically means that rice is going through cross-border trade. So most of the rice that we produce, for instance, up country, they go to Guinea and Liberia because, for instance, in Guinea, they prefer our rice more than we do in our country. But then we can also do more in terms of polishing. Because most of the rice which are coming imported in this country, they are very polished rice. So for us to make sure that average Chinese people, so for instance, how much time do you have to eat our local rice? You probably prefer imported rice. So we have to do first change of habit in terms of what we eat our basic rice. But we have not only stopped that. We also have to make sure that there are 3 components that we have to deal with. So for instance, on the polishing of the rice.
You asked me, I have a bundle of bangling.
Which is good. Which is good. So if all of us are begin to make a concrete decision and say, every week, we eat this quantum of our local rice that produce. For instance, up in the provinces, people don't have problem with rice. Because every time we move across the country, we go to chiefdoms, people give president sacks of rice, which basically tells you in the provinces, people grow what they eat or eat what they grow. So it is not, it tells you in the provinces, people grow what they eat or eat what they grow. So
Yeah, yeah. In the provinces, people eat what they grow. Eh? Or they grow what they eat. Then they give president sacks of rice. He say, we don't produce more rice than no kind of power. But you go on for say, then why would they still import more rice? According to them, Guinea and Liberia, now then who they plant we own rice for. To me talk more. You are here for yourself. Guinea and Liberia. They say Guinea, they lack we rest. So now them, we they plant for. Until we no lack we own. The other day, I be watch the video 2021 where Professor David Francis be the unveil in rice. Instead of getting a meal. What happened to that project today? We go from 2021 we didn't talk about her. We say in rest go begin then at the market. Eh? Bole. Welcome on board, friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, AAA. Thanks for giving the platform and thanks for talking through this interesting topic. Because person for it and they make you survive. What people like you always ignore, especially the leaders. In agriculture, now one of the important things I believe say, as we don't they contribute here all the time, we they talk and one of the important things we then get for look into for end poverty. And the poverty they range now in different way, but how then we able to do online then they find out difficult. Because now two issues and back you bring inside at the topic, you bring about this flour shortage. But with that one day now, with the drivers say waiting they go on there. Now trade arrangements then yeah, in terms of partnership, with the talk of voting at that foreign exchange. But here now, what's the question? Waiting at this wheat flour market, the wheat flour market, and then at the thing, this wheat flour market, if we link her now to with trade, we ask again, what did they happen with the free trade policies? So we would knock the mouth inside the Minister of Agriculture and the Minister of Trade for law we go know what they are the help in the country. So, but the questions they can answer them by always when they can't explain. But when they explain, they see the technical and the pattern or waiting na then your evidence wouldn't go able for use. Whose tools wouldn't they use for change this? They know they ever show you the tools. Then they show you of people and behavior where they know they try for understand. For reverse a bit, you begin ask the question, say why people and they try for give gift. Yeah, people don't give the contribution a good idea. So, but if in the interpret them for understand, say now we forget more, as people and they always ask. No, because I believe say as you say, you don't know that culture they even UNICEF, UNDP, and then they find out if we score them before they even move them into the community. So if they're able to understand your community by data where then they did it, if you don't get that time, they get it. They make research data day. All these things they bring so in topic data, they were evidence they say. Because the people only do not communication skills and they try for this in a line, they don't open for you for communicate. And what thing then they do, they want for engage you. So now two reasons they're gonna engage you on when they give that game. They engage you either on for express their needs, but most times then they do a method of appreciation for see them welcome them gladly what you don't do. So in the end, most times they bring come that area of expressing their need. Just like I've been giving the example of that nun, now Makenema, he expressed in appreciation of the free education, but he put a need, say, the people in need for they give more subventions. So these are the way where the CC government, therefore they approach things to understand the people in nature, where they assess the things that when they misspan the trade area. We both them here now that consumer price index when they can take, say, oh, then do them. But you know the local, you know they look at that local needs. Because if they begin to look at the needs of the local based on the area, then you will see, well, if I put the consumer price index, the retail price index, another point they are there for no, because that one they affect the person by one. Then it relate to the people in lifestyle, where what he gets. When it be say, get for go sell, for go buy that thing the way it cost there from the dollar in rate, you then look at the relationship there, so you go able to know, oh, well, the people and they sell things cheap, for the sell thing in production. So you begin to they peel them off, show them, expose them, then you understand it. So you deal with them with the type of tool. The agriculture, they don't try different method, but they still know they look at the area, the data, the resource, what are you able to put that soil there? We don't see the intervention. All the intervention we see, even then, in terms of the Minister of Youth, you see the UN Food and Agriculture, they bring the same thing, but because of the tools that when they apply, they see Chankolele and Kenema, when they do students or people that wouldn't engage them in terms of risk for like a risk for something when a community in Tomkolele, people who they under risk for let's say anything will go wrong in terms of then they risk for common and street or so they engage them. But what I try for put here is the strategy or the pattern that they use all the time. That soil where they plant, you sabi about that soil day. Yes, data always they don't tell all the soil in a salon. Uswawe acidic, usa you go put NPK boku, usa you go put this, usa you go put this. Let them know about it. Not for detail they go, but the understanding is how you go bring them here. You sit down, when I make panel say, when you use the favor and based on what's available, if now goats then can bring like one and bring goats the one special and carry na Cambia, the other say we don't make that program now, we then bring four them, one or two then give, but you dey try for see who side and Tiago thrive. You get the nomadics, then at the highland where the place called now Kabbalah. You go try say, well, I introduce them here. We will make them not they go about fight for land and grace. So you they see how you the local needs and assess how you put inside you the thing they work. The same way back in terms of the price index, you compare that person in a village. Why that thing the way you get for buy for make that rest day eat we will make it get a healthy diet so that you go able for live there, not to job for like cook that casada you get that. So it all involves to how we leaders then get for they try for look into, not the wasting. Because when you look at the money like F food and agriculture with this area for the in terms of the youth, almost money don't go there in terms of what in them go get. Because if there is something coming, the man they talk about in the example now for the man in terms of the trade. In they give you numbers by thousands, he knows say that this and this. So what about the agriculture now? They say go try look see. Now 10 people there, now 10 tons will reach. This land, if they pull this, we put these seeds. But then they bring seeds, then they bring this, the seeds are not directed to the right place, the right climate. Because look at again, come relate agriculture and this flower. Okay, we get Mediterranean, light Mediterranean weather. Weather, it look a little bit hot, warm, and cold. Weather, summer heat. Okay, another accident where we grow weight. But you don't try for find out how you go able for do a kind of breeding. You do that wheat breeding program for test if the crop they grow in that region there, because they are doing this in South Africa. They do have some other area in the east. So then they get the wheat market, and when the wheat market then they deal with her, then they bully the supply of wheat. Now, it don't happen at the Richard. So the one day when they bully the supply of wheat, now like Sunoco, South Africa, other places, because the milling process, it costs them for different way and no say the demand for the flour, the white flour, the brown one, and so on. But the point here is how these strategies trade when I put them in law. If we not say again now, what about the other strategy? Say, well, if we not say this man when this so-called partner where they order the flour in a salon, if they pay tax, if for that we not go out for give competition, we not show another strategy where we not go put a competitive market, we not tell the man say there is a free trade where we don't agree. So if somebody want a wholesaler, we not register business money for him will go buy and can sell. But it's all in terms of brown envelope style. I will just get that time day or na something where they not even understand, say, the man they go on, those are keeping a blind eye. The one eye, now only the one who they see, if the man in profit, they channel some of into in pocket. So let it not be that method there. Wherein, we they not say the man they do well, you want for initiate, you want for gain profit, but we not for gain let in pattern of buying and selling affect the people. So if we not get problem for exchange, we not come inside. We not get for look at how that tax they go influence intellectual property. And I ain't want to say, well, in the threat for let people that not can sell in product. But again, we'll get the free trade market. Some of them know that they get for the look. You don't want to put say now so look again land tenure system still towards the agriculture. Look at how many millions don't go there. You know, you do a program here again, World Bank, all now for improve this, but we don't know waiting and waiting get for go. Not to all wanting the money can it come by face. But when these things are coming, that face where you do that target forum, you do the tools that we use and the target group and the area outside land they this, outside this they grow, outside road they you implement them. Then you see your strategies and go heal. But whenever you do them only because of you want for show, because whenever you see everybody want tweets because of social media, you show them. But when the product of the outcome come, you don't ever see them. You go see the tweets, when they go there, then go engage the people. But when the harvest come, I know they see them because it's from August. Some of them programs where you talk of them thing. But when the product come, we will bluff say this is tons of corn. Oh, we don't put that one. I still not see them, but none of them tweets. All the media, we all they bring this, but it all comes down to genuine heart, and people already for help that country day. But it's more of greediness and selfishness, and rather than they talk about oversight, he extend the story. I'm not going to go too much. Oversight, agriculture, begin to point finger at themselves, say, oh, now go for oversight, then get for show, give me 40 million, then they shape this, then they do this. These are the strategies you then get for try change. When you go, therefore try not say you money, then they give the allowance this. But when you go say, oh, well, they don't give money to MDA. The MDA for good agriculture, then and then they go take back for go do work for them. Then by the time the committee go can and parliament for can decide, you know, and this they need, you know they work because the season don't pass. Wait therefore grow agriculture rest. That money don't pass, they turn, you know, guess how for invest. The seed and go get the time was until a flood, you know, go grow. The seed are not rotting. So these are the areas where the people that get for the look. Let us try and get people over the wake up. Let us not keep two people and too much, but let the stakeholders within Africa try for look how them go in this wheat business, to look how we will plant, if we will plant and how the trade laws then will work. So that people and they not override them. But other people where they struggle, where the Lord did it. Now just they can't say tomorrow the minister say, well, we're not for the sell there because na Ramadan, then go hold the people them. They know they follow consumer price index. I go relate to the retailer and waiting they affect this and how we able to deal with them so that life will be able to go before agriculture, people and go able to plant something where they will benefit from. So that the money where they put it will be equal to waiting the day at the ground. So the funds and other things they not go so that the country will go before. Let God help the nation so that they will get back for thinking to the drawing board for anything there. Thanks a lot. Let God help the nation and help you for the always communicate and relay with. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
You're welcome, yes, sir.
I want to say thanks to us friend for your submission today. If you just join we, well, we talk about flour. We don't short in. We they in short supply. And we also they talk about the press secretary in statement where he makes say because President Bill can go na the provinces, the people them then they get arrest. That means to say the people them within the provinces they no get rest problem. And that you meet with the talk. Well, say we go to see if I think we better get caught up. If they join we, let's open the phone line. If you get something for add, looking at the green section. Now you screen the green section. You go see the numbers them. They scroll the if you want to take part in the program. Looking at the green section, yeah? And the numbers them for call that one day. Or if you think so, don't do well, then in the next 5 minutes, we the left here. Geneva Johnson Kamara, they say, it's in a monopoly. And they cause all this problem. By Maro, is that a question or a statement? Where they say, bulgur and sorghum can grow in a salon. Is that a statement or a question you want to ask, sir? Mohamed Kamara, he say, now he make Africans them, they die from popolipo business. He say because then they give politicians them instead of the other way around. Then hospitality, politicians them, they misconstrue them. Alright. Caller from the UK.
Yes, thank you very much. This is Ahmed, the call
Yes,
from
Ahmed,
UK.
you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I want to say thanks for the program, and thanks for bringing light to the people so we will know exactly which they go on as usual. Then people sometimes I don't understand why they try to play games into all of this. When we look at the strategy where they bring, before where we grew in Sierra Leone, or we cut across the country, we see that the local people then they only bank on agriculture. To me understanding, about 75 to 80% of the Sierra Leonean people depend on agriculture. Well, how do we empower these people, the youth? We have a land tenure system, cut across the country. Of course, how to acquire lands, and when you want to develop agriculture, because majority of them people then they involve in agriculture, they are not well educated people. So, before other countries they set up like banks. They call them agricultural development banks. I'm sure in Sierra Leone they have that anyway, because in the theory when we study agriculture, all of them policy and they put them down. But are this money reaching these people in the rural areas who say predominantly farming they occur? No, these people time in time out they don't empower the elite one them, because I cannot imagine you giving tractor to the Minister of Finance for make farm. What is he gonna do with these tractors? The people who are supposed to get all of them in there, they know they get them, and then fail for empower. We got to call agro-based industries. We will grow now Freetown. We know when we come through the east part of Freetown, and then Wellington part, Calbaton. Before we go, we have a lot of some factories there. We know na local based factories them. So that government, then they try for protect them factories and so that it will get less imports. So if them people are there want for develop like let's say flour factory or another country, they get for empower that factory day. Government get for turn them heart to them to that factory day for making them produce more so that less imports go day. If we develop these agro-based industries, so that they use purely agricultural products the way that they produce within the country, you get less exports. But this is not the case. So when this the press secretary they talk about there is rice, people in the go the rice go Guinea. I'm not sure saying now this point in time now. I'm not sure because they always alone day today. People in the struggle, even the farming system, people in the struggle. The factors, the environmental factors, the way for protect the land, then they allow burning of the bush, coal. Now any side you go now the provinces, then they cut down trees, big trees, and they burn coal. Then they affect they affect the land completely. They call desertification. You see, and all of the nutrients away for support the soil, then they deplete. then they deplete. Virtually, then they go away. So the soil become poor. So all of them see the environmental factors, then some factors what they're supposed for all, or for maybe they able, develop the people, they may they educate the people, them, for maybe they even go back to the land and then they encourage them. No, the young able-bodied men today, they all don't involve in Okada riding. They don't want for involved into agriculture because they look at, I say, farming is for the poor and the uneducated. These are the factors. When we look at factors or problems of agriculture, we mention some of those then facts and now then theories they know it, but I can't understand if actually them people that are when they put into them ministries there, they really know what they do. Do they know about agriculture? Do they have the wide knowledge? Or maybe they just want to punish the people for making them enrich themselves? Because taking tractors given to these top people, the elite ones, all of them are they say they get farming. They all get farming, I believe. Because as soon as they sit there, we say, oh, this minister, he gets a farm, he gets this, he gets that. So the people that wait for surviving to this, they don't get. They don't give them. So now this is the problem today. So I don't understand. I'm there against the press actually for say people they give the president's rights. And no people sometimes and they don't mind them die and poor and they please the elite one they only rob them again. But this is not the fact. They really it's poor for me they even stop people enough for go guinea for me them bring calm the market. Make there's competition in the market so that the price will fall. But if we now monopolize the business, well, they struggle the people then. I don't know how we will go further to this. My brother, it's terrible what they happen actually. I think government need to revisit all of this them policy. Anyway, we'll see what they happen with the election. Maybe there will be some changes actually with all of their policies there. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmed. Yes, Ezekiel, what you get for you, sir?
Thank you so much, Triple A and listeners. And I think the thing we is frustrating. The leaders then they come on television or go on any platform and just begin to tell we some things that way everybody knows. Say this not just you they exaggerate things them and I'm not gonna say you they lie, but they tell the truth. I don't understand what thing happen for admit on things them and then you explain why would they experience that. I don't know what's wrong with that, or that they just don't know how to explain things, so then go just make things up. Because the truth is, from the time we will get that war in that country, then we move people from the comfortable subsistence farming way they've been they do in our village. Everybody got pushed to urban areas. At the time that they will begin get this issue, I'm not go Freetown until I reach Form 4. I've been to go school and I was involved in all kinds of farming, And so people have been they still do things that be difficult, but the subsistence farming been they take we from one point to another. We know at least for 6 months you go sustain yourself on granules, rice, fufu, and other things. But the moment we been get that move, we left our village and then McKinney and Freetown for nearly 3 years. When you don't go to a place, you take 3 months, 6 months. You don't begin to adjust. 1 year, hey, you don't begin to turn citizen of that place. 2 years, 3 years, it could be very difficult for you to change back and go do different thing. And so when peace come, we'll not get any encouragement for let people and move. So as a result, things then begin for become very difficult. I go in a village, I born a Boli area where swamp rice farming, neither be no. You reach there today now, just cow there, full of them now then did it. People and they do it again because all the young people are like what they say, then they always look for anything we look a little bit simple and it will give them money. Because na charcoal force na either been deeper, then timber business come, the young people enjoying pana, and after that, Okada business, and now look what the politicians and they do. Way election 10 they can't close. Now Okada now then they give people the young, very young people when they say, oh, they for go do farming. Now then they come with fleet of Okadas that give them. Hondas everywhere. So, and you feel say, then will go back to their subsistence farm. And the government, way they become in power, they begin talk say that dandy they want involve, where the small money come, what did they do? All the ministers, like how you talk about that man, the minister, they watch that clip, it show we almost like a factory where they even process rice. This professor been they show we him. So I go Freetown, Sierra Leone, I been they look for Mr. Francis in rest back then. None. So they all take all the money. Again, they get farmers there where you want invite them for let you talk to. Last year, we have been did it, you even try for encourage a relative of mine if he go able to talk to you about what happened about this farming. Then just go cloud the place, and that was it. Everything else was not given to them. All them wire leaders there. But again, we want to call somebody for let you can't talk, then they afraid because waiting will happen. If they not can hunt you, somebody go beat you up or lock you up. This is the sure up government we get. You not get anywhere for air your grievances. When you air your grievances and if they say too negative to them, you are in trouble. Unfortunately, this is how it works now. So it's very difficult for let this happen. And you come on television, a culture where we know somebody win a big leader. How many times we big people in the common na big town as them go na village, like where the one person be say things the way they not get, go to where they not get, then go look for them and can't give them. Chicken the way they not get, them go look for one and can't give them. Does that mean they have in abundance? No. So for Lagos, you don't now when they complain, I had the president go and now look boku rest now man. It's very frustrating. It's so disheartening to the people. But again, it left to with people. Election 10 don't come. Now una they feel the pain. Now una they feel the pinch. Una they see. If somebody they try and tell you the truth of waiting, then they try and you they see them. Then it left to you for let give them chance for let them continue for do that thing there. But if not just talk, they see them. And then the one way they go sweat and struggle and make us more, and then take and say, then they help you for provide them. It don't left to you. If you want let them continue for the light owner and let owner punish. It left owner. So this now decision time. Now decision time. Every 5 years you get that opportunity. If man they come and give you hard time all the time and you continue for support them, it left to you. Me I not care is necessary for change. After 5 years, the one who I change to, if you not do well, we will continue because na democracy now so it is. So then changes that they for continue. But you hold that one man, if they continue for lie to you, they promise things and they see him, it left owner. Thank you so much, Triple. Let God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you don't call we, I didn't know you do not. Yeah? Let you say just now. If you don't call we, check your phone. I didn't know you do more too. Yes, Tolo, what you get for we?
Yeah, the first of all, now about the wheat. The wheat, they reproduce na Sierra Leone. They go grow fine, but nothing, they will do. So I don't know if now is salon tropical because most places the way wheat they grow now, then desert area. They grow now, they reproduce na Sierra Leone. And I'm glad we are the but other people who want to open another flour mill because we get flour mill already. And I say the demand is high right now. Sometimes when they talk about for say people and they go buy flour and for or then they go sell the flour in Guinea. Sometimes before what you make them they do that thing and they for protect the investors then because if somebody the way they produce that thing in the country, I mean, they get better. So then people and they go pull and cheap one at the other neighboring country, then they unbug the investors inside. They make their own they sell better. And I make first then they block people in Wataki for imports, cement. They're not being pin actually say for for block them directly. They mean just increase the tariff on anybody who import cement. But now they don't release that because the demand high that Leone Sem not been a meet up again. Say Dangote self in kind still they're not able the demand of the people, and so now they even somebody they import back. So now let's come to to the agriculture way, like they are, I don't know the minister or that government policy where they go lie say then they produce that I don't know so I get use statistics they talk about how much percent. Now lie they lie salon right now salon not ever right now for say they produce not even 20% of what we consume. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. We want to grow it 20% of that. If the salon begin grow even just 30%, then they all not going on the country. It's not possible. Now lie they lie. I don't know side they put paper, they watch, they say then this, oh, then they go sell and na Guinea, we not like we OS. Who that they not like Walla yes, who that they not like we OS. Now lie they lie. And I don't know side they pull anything in the, you know. The main problem na salon farming na machinery na him wey person dem dey use machine per farm then they produce a lot. If in Alexander concentrate for then bring machines in, they help people with machine all over the country. Like even they explain this now about how many farmers then if they really do that because it costly, it's expensive also. Because then tractor yard and the other machines then every farmer you get for very workman then any side way then go for go make farm. If you don't need all over the country, trust me, salon go change. But now very expensive thing for do. Them machines and they for buy them, give people them, or let me say companies, and they ask people them for let them just plan for make companies then for farm companies and all over the country. You go show people and go grab if the government's ready for help them. It's expensive now that. But trust me, when machine they perform, not to play in it. People are going to produce a whole lot. And trust me, when people are not get something plenty, the price they go down. They go down. Now machines then they for introduce per farm in Sierra Leone. Let them bring down the can. When down the happen, then state everything will change. It go change, it go bring jobs also. A lot of people already they go for under this and that. There you say somebody get a family and they paying you workman and so. But who then go change? Sometimes they under a small now then go to do one. Yeah. Now machine it's just expensive for do. Not to play thing. So now that no more, now that I get.
All right, thank you very much, Tolo.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Alpha go lock the domot for we. Then we go can left here. Welcome on board, Alpha. Get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Tripoli, thanks for having me. At least that's right. I'm really lock the domot today. I want to say good evening, good morning, and maybe good afternoon to all the listeners all over the world. Me on take part in one part today will be very much brief, but again very much important. I will start with the first thing first way with the talk about swing and price control. We anyway the power the interview totally they beat me by me time. Yeah, and they say it's difficult to get price control. To some extent, you will see and say yes, it's difficult to get price control, but at the same time, again, because we operate on the free market economy, now that make it they say so. But if we want for really control or able for put some amount of limitation to the prices in the country, the government get a lot for do. How governments they able for determine some of the prices them. I can remember when cement begin go up way, they tell we say, oh, they don't begin pull, they don't pull tax per cement, they don't reduce tax per cement, then they pull tax per rest and then thing and they. Even at that, we not still get the price control. You know why? Because now me on paper, then talk the day me day. Paper and radio. In real sense, when somebody go now watch a key, they pay tax. So if you want to get a price control or you want to get some amount of lethargy or a little bit of control over price, the government now get for step down a little bit of in tax system. When you watch when the businessman pay enough tax, is what they happen. Now the retailers them, the one where they buy now then they suffer. So that make you find out say Sierra Leone, every time the government they make boast, oh, we don't raise we income, what they make now, you don't go reach this amount of million. NRA will tell you say now this now we target. You know, when they make them targets, then it's good to hear. But at the same time, now who that they suffer? Now the poor man, the layman where they go buy 119, they suffer. So the price they come back to the layman. Yeah, like iron rod. They tell we say iron rod don't go up almost. They tell we say they don't reduce they don't pull tax on the iron rod. But look at it, iron rod still they up. Like come back to the other thing. Triple A want for talk on very fast. Like I say now, just in brief. We look at the monopoly system within a Sierra Leone. You see, everywhere the is it the man within in charge of the I call her now because you know saying that they in charge of rest or whatever. Yeah, because Sierra Leone. Yes, PC and son. Because for me, Sierra Leone a free market economy. Everybody get rights for shipping something. You do all you waiting and call you ready, you able for sell. But to tell you how the Lebanese here don't control the economy in Sierra Leone, if you want for take for example think tamatis normal you want for order and believe me you go suffer stumble block that apple country they take na frustration they kill you. So now the same thing this by this flower business yeah where you say so people and they go na guinea then they go tell you know it's not done. But the Lebanese, these foreigners, they are so in control of our economy that minister in, minister out, then they control the ministers them, how they want them. Because if this minister go tell you say, okay, me with the open with system, no everybody get rights for imports, and flour, rest, and waiting and call let's sell them. Believe you me, you go see say we they get when you get a competition, the price they go down. But when a one person they come, now one person not everything, now that make the price difficult for like we get at least reduce. Because now one man they control this thing. Now it's just like a sole proprietorship. One man, one man, one man. The same thing I remember cold storage. Now only the normal. Then try for make 7 up now this place here. King Tom. Then frustrate that guy. They say the power gets that particular building, and I mean, forget my best friend, the papa. Then frustrate that project. They say triple A not succeed. It's so sad for Sierra Leone. They won't make government and they can't sit on a radio. They talk, oh, una come with the create this the space for people for car invest. Go let you get good idea. Let's see where people they want. Take for example, egg. You want for import egg now or whatever na salon. Now that frustration. Because these Lebanese people, then they in control of the economy. When minister want for billows, when he say they go work na shop there. Now cement, if I supply they supply the cement. Tell me too if the minister would go give any opportunity for other people for can begin do a cement business. Same thing for rest, then thing and day. So at the end of the day, we same you see now make I can always say this thing at Tripoli and me listeners. If we not put politics for development, like when they talk the Tkanga, Fanama, Sierra Leone, they go before. Because everything where see government change or government the one when they put there, whether I get idea in market business or whatever, they no one know they just they put some where go now in pocket it and in your family they no money and waiting and call for. You not get the interest for the layman. Because when you look at that make they suffer they like it today. Me, I know they talk the politics show and they talk because everything whether they talk na radio right now, na propaganda. How you go tell we say they produce like a 20%? People don't want for it. The rest will they go. Like seriously, are you kidding me? 98% of we farmers they within the provinces that subsistence farming that they do. Now more for waiting than they grow and they eat. Whether you like it or not, Sierra Leoneans we like stranger, we like big people. So if the president go na any chiefdom, the paramount chief go get arrest, it not mean say rest boku. But we still don't know. It pain me what people they like Tripoli. You said if we come on you go this no. Even that person na last fall in the go catch I can't give you because we they appreciate people. That's the essence of na salon. Meaning if they go catch fall, then give you, meaning they get boku fall, then don't tie yourself for each fall. You know, something then they them politician, yeah. You know, that make way we see stacking swear they are gladdy. They're not honest to themselves. So if the presidents go, then go a paramount chief, then go get arrest, meaning the people that don't go rest, in fact, they don't tire for it, and I made them give way. It's not done with these politicians. But again, like what I can say, politicians, there is no qualification to become a politician. Then nobody not tell me, let some person show me what's not the qualification for become politician. For being spokesman for president, Sabi like, then they put you there. Because now they see so. You dey see people and they suffer, and they buy rice and they buy flour almost 100,000. You dey go, wait till they call you, they lie back say they. Like seriously, if you dey, why the hike in the price? If flour, they why the hike in the price? You know, people, now the problem is make Sierra Leone they go before. Everywhere people want for just controller system, then they no more. And that's bad. That's really, really bad. We make you see minister can sit on a radio, we don't create the environment for people for car invest. Go for let go invest in Sierra Leone. Frustration they kill you. At the end of the day, you go suffer, suffer, if you not bribe, that you document in where see dollar for another table, they don't done. Have salon for go before. But then for politicians here, have salon for go before. It's really, really sad for we country. Look how we did agriculture now. We say when I don't put almost on 400. You know, while listening to it, paid me. Go check the tractors. There's lots of videos and the one in the home they see where people and they say the workman and they say they're not paid the almost month. Hey, God get patient. The workman and they say that they're not paid the almost month. Let government pay them. But you see this one can sit down and they do this. We don't get almost on the tractor. Then they look them pack. Then pack them. Hey, let God help with people. And I'm your take no more. Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Alpha don't lock the remote for me. But before we go, I just want to read waiting Professor Njai say. He said, Chai, Salona country, we don't come out from a battered economy in 2018 to a botobata economy in 2023. From a new direction in 2018 to no direction in 2023. The equation, it don't balance. We don't maintain the equilibrium. You get it? I wanna go over and back. Okay, one more time. Chai! Salona country, we don't come out from a battered economy in 2018 to a botobata economy in 2023. From a new direction in 2018 to no direction in 2023. The equation don't balance and we don't maintain the equilibrium. That's now from Professor Alaji Njai. I don't know what you say, but we're there. We'll come back tomorrow. But I saw go lock the remote here. So we'll go meet again tomorrow. Triple say, Tata.